Hello everyone and welcome to Spellforce 3. This is going to be a gameplay kind of impressions video of Spellforce 3. This is on the Xbox Series X. The THQ Nordic, the gentlemen and ladies over there, were very nice enough to give me a code to check this out. So shout out to them. Thank you so much for the code. Spellforce 3, it's been out on Steam for a couple of years now. And the official title is Spellforce 3 Reforced. And the way to describe this, I guess, is a mix between real-time strategy and RPG. It's not quite like Diablo. It's not quite like full RTS. But it has all of the elements of all of these different types of games. I was telling Ed when I was playing this kind of reminds me of a mix between kind of Kingdoms and Castles. If you play that, it's kind of like a management city builder type of game, meeting a little bit of Age of Empires with some sprinkling of the way I could describe it is either Diablo or even Untold Legends.
Corpses
From back on the PSP days.
And if that's the case, let's hope the potions will protect us.
So the premise of this game, I actually really enjoyed the prologue here. I don't know if I'm technically still in the prologue, by the way.
An old trading post.
Let's see if there's these corpses
Guess it
have
got overrun by
anything on
rebels
them.
during the Mage Wars. We might actually use it as an outpost if we need help from our troops.
Speaking of troops,
The story is interesting and it's unique.
Near the King's Forest?
Yes.
You get to
but
make
they're
your
still
own
up north
character
taking
once
care
you
of
get
some rebels.
through.
They should arrive soon, though.
I don't know if this is the prologue or what, but this is, I guess, technically like one of the first missions that it doesn't really hold your hand. I'm not sure if we'll get to base building here later. Oh, you know what? I finished a quest. Let's select something as a reward. Guess I'll choose the spear.
Whatever's necessary.
So the way you kind of control your characters here is you can use A, and you'll select all of these characters. I'm kind of all split up here. I'm not really sure what's all going on. And then if you hold the right trigger, you get to actually use some of your abilities. The controlling takes a lot to get used to. I've not played this on Steam yet. I did went out and I bought the Steam version here. That was a big hit on that dude. The giant bug things we're working on here. I do know the Steam version does have controller support, so I'm assuming if I want to play this on controller, the controls are similar. If you've played something like, say, Halo Wars, or even Command & Conquer on console, this is really the only RTS games on console that come to mind for me. This is going to take a lot of adjusting. I do think, naturally, there's so much going on here in this game. It is quite difficult to get the control scheme down, and I think that THQ Nordic has done the best that they can. I wouldn't say this is like, easy of a control scheme, but it gets the job done. So there's a lot going on here in this UI. You can use the D-pad here, and this is how I'm swapping between these characters. These are hero units in this particular mission. We don't have any general infantry just yet. And so you can see their health, and I think on the bottom is like their stamina or I think it's called focus points maybe, for their special abilities. And each hero also has an inventory. And you can see in the top left, you can see all those characters again, with just some more general information. And when I go on the D-pad, that changes as well. If you hit the, I guess the back button here, this is where you get to see more individual stats for each character. So this is an inventory for this character here. So this is actually me, the character I created. I'm Andy, and then Tahar is the last name that they put in for this for the game. There's an explanation in the story behind that. And to kind of switch between the four heroes that you have, you actually press the sticks. So pressing right stick is going to take me to this dude. And so I get to see his inventory I guess it's more of a shared inventory, but you can see what he actually has. This dude is a better archer, so he has this really nice long bow, which is I think what is equipped to him right now. And then hitting the bumpers takes you to their individual skill trees. So this took me a while to understand. Each of your heroes has their own skill tree here. This is mine. This is well, I can't scroll my cursor all the way, but it's to that Bertrand dude, and then this guy, and then this guy. Everyone has their own ability points, and then that kind of echelon going up tells me that there's something to do, and I had done all my ability points. I'm like, why is that still there? Turns out there's attribute points over here. You can increase strength, dexterity, intelligence, constitution, and willpower, and it tells you a little bit about what it all does, as well as combat stats down here. When you hover over it, usually it'll give you some general more information. So the way you can kind of go around, and so let's go over here to me. This was an ability I just got, the Heavy Strike, and so let's go over. Leech is part of auto attack damage when inflicted. I'll go ahead and get that. That sounds cool. Now, you actually haven't confirmed this here. At the bottom, it says press Y to apply. And then you can see those echelons went away on my character. So that's, if you ever pick this up, that is a good way to kind of just visualize and see how all that works. Sometimes it can be kind of hard to see what you do and you don't have. But nonetheless, make that guy just a tad bit smarter. And finally, Satenza is like the super general kind of guy. Honestly, I don't know what I'm getting here. All I know is it's making my characters better. Also, you do have an inventory of potions, so there's some potions there. To get to this radial menu, you hit the right trigger, and this is where you can see some of your abilities. Now, I haven't quite figured out with abilities. The silhouette of a character will turn, like, yellow around them, and then I think you just press A to confirm, and then that's how you, you use those abilities. So it is very overwhelming, and the game will hold your hand through the first tutorial levels, but needless to say, I was quite confused. For a while, but I think it's just because that's what happens when you take a game from PC and you move it to console. I think every strategy game kind of has that problem of, hey, what are we going to do with our control scheme, and how are we going to make it interesting for players? You can also like take loot and stuff. It'll kind of give you a comparison of like what you actually have equipped. To be honest, I just pick up everything. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing that or not, but it is what I do, and I think the voice acting so far is pretty stellar, and we're in kind of a wooded area, so I guess this really isn't too exciting from a graphical standpoint, but I do have to say,
all the way out here.
Salangar.
Oh, let's go ahead and take on these elves here.
What are you doing here? Talk to our
Oh,
squire,
we're not going
Evran.
to take them on, okay.
She'll want to have a word with you.
Will do.
Onwards.
So I think there's like I don't know if it's like an alliance or a diplomatic issue between elves and humans and orcs and stuff. It gives me kind of some D&D vibes. But I do have to say, graphically, this game is really impressive. There was a previous level where it was really just kind of a hub world kind of thing. The main base was just really impressive. I guess here's a town or base.
The wolf.
It looks great, and there's like dialogue
What are you doing
options.
here?
There's a lot
This
going
is
on here.
Nordander territory.
It is, and we are aware of that. But I'm afraid recent developments have made our presence necessary.
Spare me the verbiage. What's the meaning of this?
As you might know, this village has been struck by the bloodburn. We are here to investigate.
Well, investigating is also what we're here for.
I appreciate the notion,
Why?
because I know what you came here to do.
What do you mean?
All right, that's enough. We're here by order of the Queen, and according to the White Mist Treaty, you will now step...
You're not
What?
The White Mist Treaty was struck between the Moorhere Scryers and Queen Aelith. You are acting under the orders of Lord Marshal Arendir, to whom we have sworn no loyalty. Or should I say, Lord Angar and those mage-slaughtering purity fanatics who are really making the laws of your country now.
The purity has nothing to do with this. We are...
Well, we will take care of that.
Was that a threat?
It was. You have 5 minutes to get back to where you came from. Then our archers will open fire.
Back to the trading post, now!
Okay, so that conversation didn't go over very well. We're supposed to head back to the trading post. I don't know if we're going to maybe like set up some shop here and then take on this little town. That's my guess, but we'll see what's going on here. There is like a quick menu up top. As you can see, there's like the arrow ability, and then there's like the blood with next to the sword, as well as a potion thing. To be honest, I don't know how I access that. If the game told me, I'm kind of an idiot. And maybe, I don't know. I don't know how. But that's okay. I'll figure it out. There's a gentleman right here. Why don't I talk to this guy?
Our troops got up. Good.
General Noria, you... What's the matter? Is something wrong?
Look up ahead and you'll see. We have unwanted company. Where's the rest of you?
At the crossroads, sir. Waiting for your word.
Good. Then send them in. The elves won't let us into the village, so we'll force them to. If we do it right, they won't stand a chance. Ansem, you'll help me develop a strategy. Corporal Tahar, you will oversee the setting up of the outpost. What's your name?
Seamark, sir. Gerald Seamark.
And you grew up here, right?
That is correct, sir.
Good. Then you know the area. Now, let's get started. If these damned more here want blood, they shall have it.
You're Corporal Tahar, I assume.
Yeah. Any advice on how to get started?
We should probably stock up on provisions first. I suggest we send out some men to hunt and do some wood cutting.
Got it.
And don't forget to get a stone cutter going, too.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Okay, so this is where kind of the base building aspect kind of comes into play here. This is where it gets a little bit more RTS-like. And they're talking about... So this tutorial thing will pop up here on the left. I like this a lot. It gives you a visual representation, especially even on the controller, of what buttons you need to press. But sometimes it'll be like, hey, you need to select this in your menu system, and the only way to get to that is get rid of the tutorial. So I kind of have to like either take a picture of it on my phone, or like try to remember what it's saying so I can go into the menu system. But that's a minor gripe as well. So you have a town center. If you hit the left bumper, comes up with another radial of some things you can do. I'm assuming there's like a tech up level. Maybe city center is how you do it. And then there's a upgrade here, but you can create scouts and infantrymen. And then there's a crossbowman option here in the tutorial. So the quest here on the right-hand side says we need to build a hunting cabin, a wood cutter, and a stone cutter. Now, I think what this 296 here means is that that's how many of the supplies are available in that tree. Let's see, there's 9 over here, 28 over there. Okay, and the 500 stone right there. Okay, so I think right where I'm standing is a really good spot to build a woodcutter shop. Now, in order to do this, you hit the left trigger to go to your construction menu. And I think it just kind of builds it like right where you're looking. You do have to confirm it by pressing A, but I will just put that right there. And you're going to see these workers will show up.
Caution.
Caution? What's with caution? Where's this guy running to? That was weird. So we're going to build this building. And if you watch my age videos, we're also going to build it well and build it for they. You can take your... up and down on the D-pad, by the way, and increase or decrease the amount of workers to this building. And this is where it kind of reminds me of Kingdoms and Castles. So I don't know if you can see over here on the right, it says I have 8 gentlemen. That's how many workers I have available. If I reduce this by 2, you'll see this go Well, to 11. That doesn't make any sense. Well, I guess it does. I hit 2, now it goes to 9. I don't know if this is constantly making new workers or what, but if you want to have a faster output of a production there, that's how you can increase and decrease your workers. And that reminds me a lot of kingdoms and castles. So I think the woodcutter thing just stores the wood in here and maybe it goes straight to the town center. I'm not so sure. Is that going up or down? I can't really tell. It's going up. Okay. No, it's going down. I wonder why that is. Okay, so these gentlemen are bringing some wood. So they do go ahead and they drop it in here. But for some reason, it's still going down. I'm very confused by that. Maybe there's something going on in the background that causes that to happen. No one knows. For the hunting cabin, let's go to the stonecutter thing, because I can see that right here. We'll go here, left trigger, stonecutter. We will put that there. Thank you. It's going to go ahead and start gathering some stone.
So much to do, so little time.
And now we need to find a hunting cabin. Looks like there's some deer right here. So, who knows? Is that going to allow me to hunt the deer right there? I'm assuming the answer is yes. Now, once all that's done, I'm assuming I can just build a barracks.
Building completed.
And kind of move on with my life. Let's see. Let's go ahead and just put that there. And then we will
That should work.
start building some infantry. Now, what I have learned is you can create infantry out of, what's the button for it? Production, left bumper. You can build infantrymen here in the town center, but you can also build them out of the barracks. So you can kind of double pump a little bit if you wanted to. Yeah, so the arbalist is the crossbowman. We can make some of them. Also, you can select a building and use the Y button to set a rally point. If you just want to kind of give yourself a head start. And you can see my resources here on the bottom right. And I think report to Gerald. Where? Okay, Gerald is all the way. That can't be Gerald. That's where the elves are. Also, I've kind of struggled with speeding up the camera. I'm not sure if there's a button for this, but I'm really used to that in Halo Wars. Also, you can see on the bottom of the screen, there's like the exclamation point, a person, a flag, and a home. I have no idea how you access that. As well as the 1 through 0. I'm assuming those are your like control. Oh wait, do I just? Is this Gerald?
Then let's get to it.
It is Gerald. Okay, I don't have to go far. This conversation must be started by Andy. I can do that. Which one am I?
Yes?
There I am.
Corporal, did you send out hunters?
Yeah, and they already found some game. What's next?
Good question. I suggest you head out and see if you can find more suitable spots to establish outposts.
Makes sense.
Establish some outposts. Okay, maybe that is for line of sight purposes, perhaps? We'll go ahead and head over here. Let me see. Well, how do you actually...
Expansion is the key to victory.
Expansion's the key to victory. You heard it here first, folks. There's also these pylons around, all over the place. I don't know what those mean. I don't know if that means kind of like what the boundaries of my base are, more or less. I construct a new outpost and claim the sector. Okay, so that's literally all you do. Once you have claimed your first sector, you should upgrade your outpost flag to an outpost. Left bumper. And you choose that. Did I do it? I did. Okay.
We're being attacked.
Oh, that's not good. No one's home. Where am I getting attacked from? Oh, wait. I'm getting attacked by the bugs. So I can go to some abilities here. I don't need to do a first aid. That's the only ability I think is available to me currently. When your heroes die, by the way, it's kind of like in the same of... Actually, I will heal my... We'll heal that gentleman. It's kind of like Halo Wars, by the way, when your heroes die. You just kind of go near them and they kind of get revived that way. I think you do have to press Y, but that's kind of it. And your units do get XP
Let me see.
for attacking, and they all have individual leveling up stuff. So I think this game can really get really in depth, as it were. Let's go ahead and head over here. There must be a way to quickly navigate back to your base, but for now, I don't know what that is. So we're going to train 2 infantrymen to... you know what? Maybe they're taking the supplies from the town center and they're applying it to these buildings. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm going to train some infantrymen there. We'll see those guys show up here just in a minute. Controlling units. Hover a unit. Yeah, you've already told me that. It's just like in... Oh, dear. Where am I? Just like in Halo Wars or probably any other RTS game you've played. It's very, very similar. But what's unique is they have attack moves and just regular moves, which is something I've learned from Age. Attack move is X, but just regular move is Y. Thought that was kind of cool. I just slaughtered these orcs, I guess. Looks like there's some more potentially out in the open. And there's always some sort of loot and goodies. Can I access that maybe? I guess I can't. That's quite all right. Okay, let's... the reason why I can't cross the river.
Let's go.
Chop, chop, man. Let's get to work then. Let's get to it.
Oh, okay. There's a broken bridge over here. All right, we got to repair the bridge. All in all, if you were to ask me, this is, by the way, where loot is contained. I'll probably come back to that later. If you were to ask me more or less, is this worth the price of admission? Currently, this is retailing on Xbox for $40, it looks like. Neutral buildings. On some maps, you'll find neutral buildings. You must remove obstacles.
No way on EO will get a car through that river. Let's get someone to repair the bridge first.
So I'm assuming you just press up a couple of times, and someone will show up here. One of my workers. Yeah, here comes a gentleman.
Let the taskmaster know if you need something, Corporal.
Is this worth the price of admission at $40 on Xbox? To be honest, I'm unsure. I don't think I've played it enough to give you a thorough opinion. According to How Long to Beat, the campaign of this is fairly long. The main story, if you're just not getting the extra side objectives or whatever, How Long to Beat says it's 25 hours. Looks like I'm under attack. My stupid post. Okay. Well, I can take care of that. Let's send these units over here.
Of course.
Oh, population limit too. Okay, cool. Well, I might end up losing that trading post. I wasn't aware I needed to defend that, but that's... Let's see what these infantry guys can do.
What do we need?
Okay, so that's a quick way to go back to your heroes, is double-clicking the left stick. Let's see if I can send these guys back over here. Looks like the elves are running. I'm not going to fall into your trap. Is there a way to repair? There is. Whoops. No, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, a man just showed up to repair. Wonderful. I do think if you like RTS games and RPGs, and you like games like Diablo and other sorts of dungeon crawlers as well, I think you will ultimately find some joy in this. I actually think this is a pretty well put together game. I really like the introduction to this story. Granted, I've only been playing for like 2 hours, I would say. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade that again.
We need more food.
Yeah, you do need some more food. That's a lot of food to upgrade your trading post. I think these workers are just gonna keep hunting until they can't find any more deer. If the platform doesn't necessarily matter to you, I have seen this on Steam. I actually bought this on Steam with the expansion packs, Soul Harvest and Fallen God. There's also like a versus point as well. I think I got that as low as $20. So if you don't care about the platform, probably PC is where it's going to be cheaper. I think that's just natural because that's been out on PC for a few years.
Is at maximum capacity. We need to expand.
Well, I'm working on expanding, actually, sir. But, you know, since it just came to Xbox, I think that's where it's going to be obviously a little bit more expensive. Okay, they attack your base as well. So these are not a very nice gentlemen. I'm going to get slaughtered there. Looks like my town center can shoot. That's cool.
Come out. Be wary.
And I think this is quite fun. There is some community of content creators on Spellforce 3, particularly meta plays. They do a lot of Spellforce 3 tournaments and all that stuff. I have not done any sort of online play in Spellforce 3. I don't think I actually intend to do that because I know I'll just get absolutely obliterated. But I think from a story perspective, this is a good pickup. How long does it take this man to repair this bridge? Okay, quite a while, it looks like. Let's go see real quick if I can just get another outpost done. If there's a lot of demand for a type of, wouldn't say full playthrough, but doing a few more missions in this, I'm happy to continue recording for future videos and make a playlist of everything that's going on. Don't want to drag this out too long. Like, you know what? I selected the wrong hero.
Orders?
Let me send me.
Yes.
Wait.
What is it? All right.
Yeah. I guess you move all your heroes at once.
I'm ready.
There's also a difficulty setting as well. I gotta say, I have two feedback options with the achievements in here. I'm quite a big, or was, big achievement hunter in the Xbox ecosystem, and necessarily haven't had the time, or I wouldn't say the desire may not sound like the appropriate term, but I just haven't been into achievements as long as I have. But I gotta say, there's two pieces of feedback. One is, uh-oh, this man's gonna go down. Yep, there he goes.
Yes.
One is I got the funniest achievement I think ever in gaming, which I'll show you. If you hit start, go over to options, sound, go down to music, turn this to 0, and you'll get an achievement, and it'll say something like, what does it say? You gotta unlock. You annoyed the composer by muting the in-game music. I thought that was hilarious. So shout out to that being creative on the achievements. But I would say my one piece of feedback is there's a lot of gamer score going on here. First of all, it's 1478 total gamer score. That's really confusing. And it looks like all the achievements are in like increments of 4 or 8. Which I guess 8 is an increment of 4, but that's really confusing to me. And that kind of bugs me. So, I don't know if achievement hunters are going to care about that. But I got to say, putting the achievement for turning the in-game music off is an easy 10 out of 10 for creativity. Kind of getting attacked all over the place. They like to do this thing where they attack me and then they take off running because they are cowards.
Forward! Yes?
I'll continue to work on this mission. There is a way to kind of save in mid-game here, which is quite awesome. And there you have it, Spellforce 3. Once again, shout out to THQ Nordic. Thank you so much for sending me the code to check this out. I enjoy it. I'm going to continue playing it. If you want to see more Spellforce 3 on the channel, please let me know. I'll be happy to continue this series. And this is available on Xbox. I think this is only available on Series X and S. Don't quote me on that, by the way. No. Okay. It's also available on Xbox One. So Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, as well as Steam, and I think even Epic as well. Let me know what you think of this.
I'm ready.
And thank you all so much for
Yes.
watching. I'll see you, James.